Hey everybody, welcome into Beyond the Beard with me, Born Bearded Dave, Raised Bearded AA Ron, and then we have Salt and Pepper Rob, Salt and Paprika Rob. Rob, how you doing tonight?
Not too bad, my man. Not too bad. Kicking it.
Good, good. Aaron, how you doing? I think
I'm
everybody's
doing
excited to
doing
see
pretty
you as
good.
well. It's
It's
been a
haven't
little
been
bit
on
since
in a
you had a
while.
Tuesday.
Right. I haven't had a Tuesday in a while, but I missed Bearded Ken. I had some things come up the house, so I had to take care of that
Right,
stuff.
right. I mean, if you don't take care of it, it's just going to keep piling up on you, right? So might as well take care of what you can while you can.
Yep.
Right.
It looks like we got some people coming in. We go ahead and start saying hi to people as they are coming in. All right, let's see here. We got Chris. Appreciate you being here, brother.
Chris.
Come on, bub.
Doing the dab. Brewer, appreciate you being here, brother.
Ah,
How's it going, bro?
And Chris again with the there we go. Stanley, appreciate you being here.
How's it going, Stanley?
Lewis, appreciate you being here, man. Let's see. We got Viking Papa. Viking Papa, appreciate you being here.
appreciate you
How's it
guys.
going, Papa?
Then Viking Papa. I on those shirts, I do have a couple options on colors, but I'll get with you. I think I have your email in my files. I'll shoot you an email of what we can do. Alicia, appreciate you being here.
How's it going, babe?
Let's see. We're in our green. Are you? Everybody got their green on today?
I don't need it.
No.
There ain't
Like,
nobody who's
somebody
guessing,
else.
who's questioning.
Right. Stanley, appreciate you being here. And we got Jay Summers. Those shirts came in and they look good, feel good, man. This is the mental health awareness one that Jay Summers had done. So
So
feel
this is
really
actually
good.
good. Dave, how does it fit? Because I got to tell him what size I want.
They fit like a kind of like a athletic kind of shirt. They're pre-shrunk.
Okay. Okay.
I believe they shrink. They wash them like 5 or 6 times before they even sell. So
Okay.
I would say if I would get a shirt size that I would normally wear.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
but they're very comfortable.
Oh yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
I believe the one that you're currently wearing is a next level. If
Yes.
it is the same shirt.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay.
So, Mr. Summer, I can message you, but definitely going to be going with an XL then. While you're
Right.
here.
And we got Kenny. Appreciate you being here.
How's it going, Kenny?
And this guy, Tony. Tony, appreciate you and all your support. All right. Romy, appreciate you being here, brother.
How's it going,
Yeah, I
Romy?
saw a video today of I think it was on TikTok at one time, and I saw it on Instagram today where dad is sitting in the passenger seat and he moves over the seat belt and puts the car in drive and takes off the parking brake, and like, man, I wonder if that's what Romy it just reminded me of something Romy would have to do in his
Driving
teaching of
school.
driving.
Yeah.
Yep. Bud, appreciate you being here. Hope everything's going well.
Good.
Randall, appreciate you being here, brother. I think we got both
Randall,
the
come on,
crunks
bub.
in here today.
How's it going, Randall?
Brewer, happy birthday, Rob. Appreciate. Yep,
Thank
it
you,
is
sir.
Rob's
Thank you
birthday,
very
guys.
much.
Brewer, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, guys. If you guys see that your name is in green, Brewer had gifted 5 memberships. Let's see. Dave, Matthew played very well in his jazz band performance tonight. You'll be proud. Yep. Yeah, hopefully you guys got some recording on that. I'd love to see it. And let's see how far behind I am. It looks like I'm behind quite a ways.
A little bit.
I
I keep
appreciate-
on like trying to look down too, like
Robert Allen, appreciate you being here. I think I missed Kiki. I think, but I can't seem to find it. Busy Bee, Kay, babe, appreciate you being here. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, guys, if you guys wound up getting one of those, feel free to, and please thank Brewer for doing so. That's awesome. Tino, appreciate you being here, brother. Man, I used to be able to catch all of his morning shows, and right now it just seems like when he has them in the mornings, I'm right smack dab in the middle of doing something at work, and it's aggravating me now. Got a happy birthday to Rob.
thank you,
Let's
thank you.
see. Yep. Robert Allen. Chris, True North, appreciate you being here, brother.
Chris, what's going on, Rob?
And as always, we
What's up, Chris?
appreciate your support.
I think
All
we
right.
had this one we missed.
Pud. All right. Pud, appreciate you being here.
On pub.
There's Kiki. Kiki, appreciate you guys being here. Let's see. Love seeing all those guys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys' support. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. And that is right. Everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day, whether you celebrate it or not. Everybody's a little bit Irish on St. Patrick's Day. So we really appreciate you guys being here, spending your holiday with us here tonight. Not sure if we caught Stanley or not. Stanley, appreciate you being here.
And Stanley, I wish. Double that, sir.
Let's see. What did he call you? 20? 21?
21.
Yep. There. I was close.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Thank you, Mr. Allen.
21.
Yeah, see, there it is right there.
Let's see. And like Rob called you Pug. J Farm, appreciate you being here, brother. Hope everything's going well.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did kind of get slurred up a little bit there when I said, but
Jay, brother, appreciate you being here. Hope everything's going well with you, man.
Let's go, Jay.
it's going on 3.
And Truno says he got to beat Rob the other day. Super cool person. It was an honor meeting him. Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it was,
Ever since I heard.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Chris, you're great. It was great meeting you guys. It really was, man. It was, thank you for having me. It definitely was great to meet you as well.
Right. It's definitely on the
Just-
bucket list to get out to Maine.
It was a great trip. Anyway, I mean, it was just chilling, just hanging out, seeing kind of, and talking to him and kind of talking how he kind of like his brain goes. And it was great. And then,
Right.
of course, talking about stuff from home too. So,
Right.
because he's from Massachusetts as well. So,
There you go. Chief. Appreciate you
Chief.
being here, brother.
Let's go, Chief.
Jay says he is green internally. That works. Roy says, I'm drinking a homebrew Irish stout that is made a few months ago. Nice.
yeah, I went to stop and grab some NAs on the way home or on the way back to the hotel, but I forgot. So I was like, I'll do it tomorrow.
What you drinking, Rob?
And this right now is water.
Question from Alicia. Yeah. Romy, a little jealousy of that stout. Let's see.
Mhm.
All right. I think we are caught up.
I think so.
All right. those are getting
Yeah.
longer and longer, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as a reminder, guys, if you don't mind, make sure to hit that thumbs up if you guys like the content and you guys know somebody that you think might. Feel free to share it out with your friends, family, whoever might like it. We're getting close to that thousand, the 1,000 subscribers. We're also getting really close to getting the full amount of hours. I think they're actually going to hit at the same time, so that's
Nice.
really looking forward to that.
Heck yeah.
So, let's see. Hey, Dave, Aaron, Rob, and chat. Mark, appreciate you being here.
Hold on,
There
Mark.
you go, Mark.
And Abe. All right. Appreciate you being here, brother.
How's it going,
Hey,
Abe?
what's going on, bud?
Yeah, like I mentioned, man, we got looks like we got 22 people rocking in here on St. Patrick's Day. Appreciate you guys spending your evening with us. But as it mentioned in the description, we wanted to talk about kind of really get into the music scene. I know Rob's really big into the local music scene. It's a passion of his, and we just kind of want to let him go a little bit and let him explain his passion. And you guys make sure to throw out some questions for him as well, as see what we can do to get this chat going, guys. Rob, do you want to go ahead and kick it off?
Sure, why not?
All
So
right.
yeah, I think, obviously I've been into music since I was a kid, and it's definitely always something that I just love listening to music, love, just jamming out to it and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
every time I know that when I get into this jam or this bind, or I'm just like not in the right headspace, I'll be like flipping through different styles of music, different genres of music and stuff like that. And all of a sudden so I'm a Freemason. I've been a Freemason for like 10 years. And at my lodge, there was a one of the elder members. His daughter actually used music therapy to kind of get her out of some of the stuff that she was going through and whatnot. I don't remember exactly what she had, but it really kind of interested me. It just drew an interest in me. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of like look at how has like different um just kind of ways and how it helps like different systems in our mental health. And
Right.
I'm losing the words I was trying to say, but
Right. I mean, it's and this is for many different genres. I find when I'm not in the right headspace that I'm scrolling through. I mean, at one time it could be country, the next time it could be rock, the next time it could
yep,
be R&B. I mean, sometimes it could be some really angry rock simply because I just need to scream it out. And
yep.
you know,
Or throwing back to like the '90s rap and stuff like that. Some gangster rap,
right,
some
right,
Dre, some Snoop. Oh yeah, like I'm all over the place. It's great. And then because again, it's one of those type of things where I was looking at this article from 1985. So like this is how far back the whole like research on like mental health and music and stuff like that's really been going on. Even
hmm
though, I mean, as we all know, mental health really didn't become like a true blue focus until
hmm
over the last 10 years, really. I mean, it's been around forever, but like really paying attention to like how everything's changing and how the mental health not industry, the mental health, field is transitioning into really trying to dive deeper into the actual effects of these different mental health issues on the brain. So they're really trying to like dig into it, which is super interesting to me. And I talk about it with my other half all the time. And it's so interesting how they're just keeping on, it's just changing like everything, and you're really
right,
starting to get a lot better grasp on what people actually truly have going on with them through the many different tests that they can do. So it's phenomenal to learn about. And it's been so much fun. Just some little
right.
extra thing to
Yeah.
learn about, you know what I mean? To
Yeah, I
tie
think
it back.
I definitely think I want to get on a call with you and just kind of go back and forth. I know when we first started talking about this was probably 3 weeks ago or so, where we were starting
Yeah.
to talk about this particular show for tonight.
Yeah.
And it was just it's interesting the effects that music has on your brain? And is it just a soothing thing? Is it a dopamine thing? Is it something that just and it can increase your mood in whatever mood you're looking for, honestly. And
Yeah, sometimes it just depends on the genre of music that you're like into that day for whatever reason, whatever's going on. And it just kind of hits that, positive, it gives your brain that positive, just like a positive reaction. And that it's just kind of like
right,
however that's coming through, which is so just kind of cool. How like that's why music is what it is to a lot of us. And like you just sit back and jam out to some like blues or jazz or something like that, just to like level out on after like a hard day, you know. So
right,
it's just interesting.
right. And Aaron, I mean, I know on your trips when you're when you're doing your driving and thing and stuff. I'm not sure if you listen to music while you're driving, but hey, I don't see that it would be a bad thing if you did.
No, I do.
Um,
I listen to music on my phone. Put my earbuds in, and depending on the mood, and just will determine what I'm going to listen to. It's always been that way for me. I've
Yeah,
always liked all kinds of genres of music, from oldies to country to old school rap and rock and roll and alternative. So I like it all.
yeah, yeah. And I think that's the best thing, the spice of life right there, because it's like you just have
right,
so many different ways you can go and just like depending on your mood and your jam in that
Hmm.
moment.
Hmm.
So it's
right,
just I love having that wide taste, and I really genuinely do. And I try to teach my son that to like expand his horizon and stuff like that. Cause I don't want him being like one of those kids that's just like, oh yeah, just this music, it's because there's so many different feelings out there. Cause again, you hear mental health struggles in the music. And I think that right
right.
there is just like the key piece of it. It's just like you hear it. Like I mean, when you think about Chester Bennington and Linkin Park, he talked about his
Right.
struggles constantly in his music. So
Yep.
you knew his depression, you knew about his anxieties and whatever he had. It's just so interesting, especially after some tragedy does occur where he did kill
Mhm.
himself, and it's just like, and you sit back and you look at it, and it's just
Hmm.
like, I see it now. Now I understand
Right.
how he was struggling, why he was struggling.
So what is your thoughts, Aaron and Rob? What are your thoughts on? Because I mean, you mentioned Chester, and I don't know, and that's from Lincoln Park. If you guys don't, for the guys that don't know, um, did you? How much did you realize that the music was about a lot of his mental health struggles prior to him losing that battle in his head? You know, the losing that battle with depression. I mean, I listened to quite a bit of it, but it really didn't sink in for me until something happened.
Hmm.
How about you guys?
Same. I didn't really
I
realize
mean,
it's the kind of thing he was going through until it happened.
Mhm.
yeah. See, and I could understand because I was an angsty teenager when that music came out. You know what I mean? I was a teenager
Hmm.
at the time. So it's like I
Right.
was going through all sorts of whatever I was going through at the time. And
Mhm.
that was my stuff, between listening to like Linkin Park and Stained and like Corn.
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
that was like, that was my music at the time. And I was just going through it, man. Was I making more of a mountain out of a molehill? Yeah, probably. I was a teenager. You know what I mean? But, I mean, it
Right.
is what it is, right? Like call a spade a spade
Summers has
now,
a
but
right, and Summers has a good point here. Music truly is a decompression for me, like no other, and it truly can change the day. Doing some music therapy, absolutely agree with that.
oh yeah.
Um, and it sounds kind of corny to say, but it's the power of music that it has to flip your mood. I mean, you can, and of course, there's that music that's just nostalgic too, right? And and yeah, it's therapeutic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why it's so great to have and understand. Yeah, that's why it's good to understand like the different, kind of just like listening to the actual like meaning behind the songs, I think for me is just so important.
Right.
Because again, it's what I do all the time, literally as I'm driving.
Right.
That's what I do. I
Right.
listen to music and podcasts and live streams on the just over the speakers or whatever, and that's what I do.
Right. And Chris, yeah, I absolutely, I know you do. I mean, and you have a wide range of music that you really, I mean, just by going through your Instagrams, you could tell that you have a passion for music. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we were jamming out to some music in the shop when we were up there. Definitely.
Nice. What kind of music are you guys into, Aaron?
Just like I said, I'm into all music because I believe you can have a mood and find the right kind of music in any genre to fit whatever your mood is, or to get you out of a bad mood.
Right.
There's something out there for any type of mood you're in.
Absolutely.
Right.
And sometimes it's not even music that you would think it would be for that mood. Sometimes it's like, you know
Right.
what, my brain
Right.
is just on this mode today, and I don't know why, but this is what I need right in this moment.
Right. And
But, yeah,
apparently Donald Long came in. We didn't get a chance to say hi to him.
Oh.
We got a few more people in real quick. Didn't see him pop up there, but I believe Mark saw him. So, and we got Dennis. He's one of the newer guys that have come in recently. Dennis, appreciate you being here.
How's it going, Dennis?
Baker.
Baker.
There is Baker, fresh from the bar.
That was a good
Well,
attempt.
Baker, I hope
That was a
you're-
very good attempt, Dave. I will give it to you.
I tried.
Bah.
It's the bar, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean,
Bye.
I've been listening to Chris on Instagram for
Yeah.
going on over a year now. Something's got to stick.
Yeah,
That
exactly. Yeah.
accent.
He definitely has a thicker accent than I do.
Yeah. And it's it doesn't intertwine well with the Cali Cali accent that we may or may not have. So
No, it does not. No, it does not. It sounds a little funky.
there have been studies showing that classical music can truly heal the brain and truly benefit the memory and eliminate brain fog. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there's so many benefits to classical music and I don't know the truth behind it, but we had when we were first pregnant with Matthew, Alicia wore headphones on her stomach just with all the good classical music from Mozart and all that. And the kid's a lot smarter than I ever was, so I'm gonna say it worked.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, when my son was little, I mean, like I said, I always listen to music when I'm driving and stuff like that. So my son was exposed to so much music growing up, and I'd listen to it, especially back then, because again, some of the music I listened to would not be appropriate for a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old.
Right.
Right.
So I'd be listening to like a lot of country music. I'd be listening to a lot of like Louisiana style like music and stuff like that, like Mark Broussard and stuff to that effect. And just like other like outlaw country like Brantley Gilbert and stuff like
Right.
that. So
that outlaw country I've really started getting into, and there's been
good stuff.
some dark country that's been out that's been coming out, and I'm like, that's kind of new, but I'm
And it's
kind of
very
digging
intriguing.
it too. So it is.
It's very intriguing. I've listened to a little bit of it, and it's interesting. I still haven't completely grasped it yet, but I'm giving it a chance because I always like to try.
Donald Long said his daughter just received her master's degree in music therapy from Temple University.
Heck yeah.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Very
awesome, man.
nice.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That's using thing that's I just never was a person who wanted to go to school and get a doctorate and all that stuff which you would need for that type of stuff, but I'm always a big advocate for listening.
When I want to feel inspired, I listen to the ballad of Davy
Davy
Crockett.
Crockett.
Brew, I appreciate
do.
you sharing out the live stream, and he used the Davy Crockett theme song for that. And I told Kay, I said, I haven't heard that theme song since I was little. It's been a long time since I've heard that theme
jeez.
song.
That's funny.
Let's see. Everybody saying hi. I have 2,000 plus songs on my phone. I love to hit the shuffle button. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. I shuffle. I have, oh God, I don't even know how much I have on my phone at this point. I've lost track. Hours.
3 great beards on screen. Aaron, I got to
Thank you,
say, your
Tano.
beard is looking good, man.
Thank you, Tano. Yeah, it's
I'm impressed. It's looking good.
getting there, buddy.
I
Coming in
need to
nice,
get-
my man.
Thank you. I need to get it. I need to go see the barber. It's been
Yep.
too long.
All right.
But thank you. I
Let's
appreciate
see.
that.
Stanley, listening to the older country music like Waylon reminds me of my dad. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it can absolutely trigger memories as well. And it can be, I think some music is just nostalgic for people. It triggers a memory. Hopefully good memories, but yeah.
Right. I mean, my father was a musician, so it was one of those type of things where he did a lot of like local country shows, and we went to a lot of local country shows when I was a kid. And I mean, so that's why like 90s country is just like it hits. It hits me hard because it's like that's what I grew up listening to. I was helping my father carry the equipment and stuff like that. Like, so it was just like, brings back memories. You know what I mean? Good, bad, and indifferent, but memories.
One thing I don't know why it doesn't. Yep, Lincoln Park, man. You keep trying to get me to sing.
On you, Jay. Now that song's stuck in my head.
Yep. Yeah, we thought it was a good discussion. Rob brought this up a few weeks ago. We talked on the phone about it, and yeah, I think that would be a cool one. And then we just kind of threw out the the 17th of March for it, and
yeah,
I'm sure Rob knew that was his birthday. I had no idea that
Absolutely.
it was, but I also didn't know that it was. I also didn't know that it was St. Patrick's Day. So,
yeah. But yeah, it was just talking about something that you're passionate about on your birthday. What's better? You know what I mean? Like to me, that's just like awesome. It's fun.
Keep that in mind. Yep. Oh, I think he's got Kay going on with him now.
Yeah.
When my pops passed away, I stopped listening to music for 2 years. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes we gotta, and sometimes we just. That's the thing, though. Yeah, we kind of get into that funk, right? And you get into that funk enough. Sometimes you just want to stay in it, and your mind's telling you that you want to stay in it. I don't think that you really do, but yeah, I get that.
Mind is our biggest enemy sometimes, man, because it tells you things you don't want it to be telling you. And that's why you gotta like clear your mind sometimes when you start getting in that funk. Because it'll drag you right back down. If you keep talking bad about it, talking bad to yourself about yourself or whatever, it's just going to keep dragging you down.
Right. Let's see. Summers, have you truly ever took a week and listened only to classical music? I promise you will feel some type of different. Right. Yep.
I actually did do that after one of my breakups. Many, many years ago. I had to clear my head. So I just listened to classical music for like a week straight. I think it actually turned almost into 2 weeks, actually.
Right. And Romy, yep. And Chief saying he loves the beat of that song. I got to tell you, it was pretty awesome live. I had the opportunity to go to a Godsmack Metallica concert. Called it Metallismack in Fresno. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I never got to see him live because I was a little young when they came out. Because obviously they're from this area, they're from the Boston area. So I was like, I wish I was able to like see them play before they like made it big. That would have been fun. That would have been great.
Right, right. I love modern and old music, like from the 90s.
Ancient music from
Catch
like the
that, Aaron?
80s.
Old
Ouch.
music from the 90s. Right there.
And ancient in the
Ooh.
80s.
And the ancient music from like the 80s. Oh,
Oh.
you're killing me, Smalls. From goth to rock, pop, country, etc. I like piano type music. I used to listen to Linkin Park, but
Well, I
it's
told
been
you not
years.
long ago, there's somebody that said, "Oh, you mean that classical music, that classical band Corn?" I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
come on."
Yep. That's what I was gonna say not too long ago. It's like, Aaron, our music is considered oldies at this point.
And you know it's sad. I realized that when I was listening to like it's a classic rock station up here, and I heard Nirvana. I was like, oh no, I'm at that point.
Well,
Like,
you know what? I
damn.
will say the decades of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, the 80s, 90s, and 2000, those 3 decades right there were such different types of music, but they all
100%.
made a great statement for each one, and all of them are great genres.
Absolutely. You know, it was
I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah, the 80s, which was like all the glam and like, you know, Vice City type stuff. And then you had the 90s, which was like doom and gloom and gray and like Seattle. And then in the
right,
early 2000s, that was, I mean, for me, I kind of separated from the mainstream at that point. I was really heavily involved in metal. So for me, it was just metal times.
right,
Metal and punk is where I really focused on in like that early
Mhm.
2000s stretch.
right. And then just you had
I'll show you
the
this guy.
you had that you
That's
had the
great stuff
grunge
too, Pike.
coming in the 90s, and
Yeah.
I mean there were such big differences and big stepping stones for music in those decades.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you had
The
the
amount of
80s where
like,
they were concerned with war and tearing down the wall and things like that.
yeah,
And then in the 90s scene, you had the grunge scene start coming out in the 90s, and then
yeah,
2000s you had corn and
yeah.
the different type of rock that people hadn't listened to, versus the long hair
The new
bands that have
metal.
been
It's
around
basically
since
the
the
new
late
metal stuff
70s.
was like that early 2000s
Right.
was like new
Yep.
metal. So it was like Linkin Park, it was Slipknot, it was System of a Down, you know, Disturbed, Static
Hmm.
X. Like those are some of the bigger ones. PM5K, you know, Rob Zombie really
Right.
started to take off, you know, kind of doing his own
Right.
thing at that point. You know, Marilyn Manson was like
Right.
very popular at that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And, and Aaron, I think because I mean I know the 2000s, 2010s, through the 2000s, that's when you really started getting into corn. You started getting into Linkin Park and things like that, and the other the new rock kind of feel. Do you think that's about when people really started to realize that it was okay to release that anger in music? Is there? I mean, there is some of it that's just like, hey, just sing it, get it out, and you just feel better. Like you were mentioning with Slipknot and Corn, and
I
these
think that's when
others.
people started accepting music for what it was as an art instead of, oh, it's demonic or this or that. And, people started being more accepting towards it. Doesn't really matter what the words are. It's not meant literally. And it became more accepting in the
yeah.
90s
Right.
and 2000s, I think.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a second here, guys. I'm about to lose my microphone again. There we go. It keeps wanting to escape. So,
Run away.
yep. Yeah, Brewer. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think she just politely called us old, but that's okay. It's okay.
That was a little less than polite, sir.
Ancient. Yeah, ancient. Yeah,
Ancient.
ancient.
Yeah.
Not old.
Right. Yeah. There's a cusp
I like
that you've
Brantley
crossed,
Gilbert.
sir.
Right.
Yes, I love Brantley Gilbert. I do.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff. His newer stuff's not as good as his old stuff to me, but it's still good stuff.
That's pretty. That's pretty much me too. Let's see that cup, babe. What you got, Aaron?
Oh, this. Alicia bought this for me.
So
64
your
ounce water jug for work.
Nice.
Hey, and when you're sitting around in the car driving as much as you do and getting out into that heat, definitely need to make sure you have some water on you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Especially since I know some of your jobs are not inside; they're outside. So definitely keep yourself hydrated.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see. No such thing as a Cali accent.
No, we just start normal.
Yep, it's just normal. My internet is being hot trash. Isn't keeping up with the chat. Well, Mark, apparently I am not either. So I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind, but that's all right.
Hey, let's see. Skinny Kenny is a certified ball knower. Well, okay. I think I might have missed something there. I know who they're talking about when they say Skinny Kenny, though.
Right.
Let's see. Right. I used to play classical music when I was pregnant with my daughters, and even when they were born. Yep.
Yeah, well, we did the same thing. Even after Matthew was born, we had one of we had the iPod, and we just had it kind of continuously play in his room, with all the old classical music. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, like I said, man, I swear up and down it works.
Right. I will say those boys are bright. So, I mean, I think it might have. True North has the single brew crew combo available. Nice. I know Chris has been working the last few days, just been really plugging away at trying to get some of these filled and get some of the stock back up a bit. And
yeah, he was
always
working
busy.
on it when I was up there.
All right, Baker, did I catch you earlier?
Yeah,
I
we did.
I did. All right.
We got Beaker.
Well, I don't want to over mention that guy. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's a big personality too, and he's
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. I mean, he's an eye guy. He's
Beaker's all right.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. I'd love to listen to Sanskrit mantra videos on YouTube, relaxing tunes. Yep. At least I don't want him hearing what we had to hear at work. So those belly phones all day, even at work. Yep.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Yes, ancient music from the 80s. I started to DJ in 1983. Getting in lockdown. Yep. Somewhere I belong. Yep. Keep it up, Jay. You're gonna get me there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he did. But you know what? I was thinking about it last night, actually. I ran across. You're starting to see a lot of AI music come out lately too. That's being posted under professional
Different
name
names.
or whatnot.
Yeah.
Right, and some of it is actually really good, man. And I'm like, I'm not trying to pull away from actual artists or anything, and I know there's work that goes into the AI and everything, but it's like, hey, it actually, hearing some of the tunes actually inspired me to start looking into what I can do to do another intro thing for this channel. And I'm like, It's just kind of inspiring. It's amazing how just music can do that too, and just inspire you. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and as far as the AI music is concerned, yeah, it's interesting. I'm very intrigued by it, and I have a buddy of mine who does a little bit of music here and there, and he was telling me what actually goes into actually doing the AI music. You actually
mhm.
have to have some sort of remote
Right.
talent to get it kind of started, and then the
Mhm.
AI builds on it. So realistically,
Right.
unless you're really good at cutting, individual tracks from different things here and there from like professional done music and tweaking it in AI, you actually do have to have some remote talent.
What I say, it's ancient, but it's good. Like Tears for Fears, one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yep, he did it again. Yep.
She did. Yes, he did.
I saw TFF in concert, Kiki. Nice. Tears for Fears. TFF. Yep. Grew up listening to my parents' country stations, but we were in Cali in the 80s. So I became a huge metalhead. Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I
Yep.
started out my life listening to country music all the time. My father listened to like, some classic rock, and my mom listened to like Elvis and stuff like that, Queen.
Mhm.
So I got like a rounded musical base, but it
Right.
was like, and then all of a sudden found Pantera, and Metal Sky was the limit. That just shot me right off. Metallica kind of started me, Pantera, and then I was gone. Slipknot, and just kept going.
Right.
So, I
Um,
mean, I went and saw Slaughter to Prevail last year with Falling in Reverse, and that was a great show. But I mean,
right.
Slaughter to Prevail, they're within the last 5 years, but I mean, they're great. I love them.
Mhm. Right. Right. Uh, let's see. How else can I call it? I've been calling it that for a long time, to be honest. And Kiki, you're killing us.
Exactly.
You know, you get to the point where you just don't want to think about your age because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're closer to Aaron's age,
Yes.
and I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, and just a little bit, but
Yeah.
you
A
know,
little bit. Yeah.
and of course, Brewer, he likes calling me an old man, so
Oh, yeah.
Uh, I'm so glad that both boys love a variety of music too. It makes our car rides a lot easier. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. I think my TV went out. One thing, it's another.
Wow. Yeah, well,
Just
I gotta
fun.
talk to you about TVs at some point, man. Jesus, I got one in the wall in the bedroom, and man, I've had that thing for God at least 15 years. I mean, there's black lines going through. You can still see the picture. It's still going, and that one was off of a repair, off an old repair place, and I don't know what caps they replaced on that thing, man, but they're still going.
Yeah, the TV we have in our living room is probably 20 or so years old. It was my other half's when we came into this, and we've been together for 8 years. So,
Right. Let's see. Here lately, I've been listening to a lot of K-pop Demon Hunter songs. It's my jam. Okay.
yeah,
And
it's just,
Kenny, I just want to throw this out there real quick. We'll get into that a little bit, but since Kenny is right here, hey man, I saw your progress in the chat. Man,
yeah,
I am extremely happy for you. I'm proud of you, and man, keep it up. Keep it up.
absolutely, man.
You're doing great.
Keep killing it, brother.
Yep.
That's stellar, man. Stellar. Good work. But yeah,
But y'all,
K-pop, I just can't. Oh, I just can't. It doesn't. I think it's the K-pop piece of it that just really just kind of makes me tweak.
Just kind of
Again, I'm not yucking somebody's
tinge.
yum. I understand that. That's why you have different genres of music and different,
Right.
everything. And 100%, I not yucking somebody. I just can't. That's one of those things that just can't. I can't. It doesn't catch me.
So you're saying on the next live that we pull you in on, we should have just some K-pop background
Yes.
music going, and
Yep, absolutely.
just kind of dig it in there.
Just start dancing away.
Yeah, I will admit I'm having a harder time getting into like music, modern
And-
modern K-pop and stuff like that. I'm having a harder time getting
Right.
into.
Yeah.
What was that, babe? Let's see.
Hold on, I'm looking at the blinks on my TV.
Yeah, like Christian music, country classic, piano, country rap. Yep. And you know, and with music, there's something for everybody. You know.
Yeah.
Circuit, the social media.
That's why I say, like, if I don't like something, that's cool because somebody else does, and that's great. Like EDM, not my thing. But I know plenty of people who love it.
Yep. Break away. Yep. Keep going at it, Jay. Keep going at it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aaron, how are you feeling? Noticing any difference with your rest and relaxation? That's a good day for an update on that. If you have any new info?
With the mouthpieces, it's been difficult keeping them in. It's kind of a pain in the ass to keep them in, so I haven't really been keeping up with it. So no, it's been about the same. I've been trying to make some changes in diet and when I actually go to bed, try to get some better rest throughout the night. I'll try to put my mouthpiece in once in a while to see if it fits in or see if I can get better sleep, but I often just wake up without it in my mouth at all and have to hunt for it, and just it's getting old. So
Right.
I haven't heard back from the doctor yet as to why I need to see another doctor. So I'm still waiting on that. If they don't answer pretty soon, I'm just going to go to their office and what the hell? What the hell's going on?
Right.
So, but I mean, I'm still here. I'm I'm a little tired still. So, but it is what it is. I'll get through it and hopefully get some decent sleep here soon.
Don't they have like a heavy? I mean, obviously you're just trying to get into your doctors, but I know they have like a nose piece one too.
Right. What it is they're trying to decide which one they should give me, the CPAP
Gotcha.
or the BiPAP.
Gotcha.
And they want another doctor to do a lab to find out which one they should give me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pud says throw on some Merle Haggard, and Pud is grooving. I am not surprised at that at all.
Yeah, throw in some Haggard, some Cash, some old Hank. Just.
Mm-hmm.
I hear definitely days where that's what I'm jamming out to. I'm throwing on some like George Strait and absolutely
Right.
good stuff, Bud.
And I do like the fact that there's many different aspects to even country music that's been coming out, and you have my mind just went blank on the bands. What's the one that we listen? Tyler Childers. I really do like the music that he's been coming out with lately. And then you turn around. I mean, look at some of the if you guys are on TikTok or on Instagram at all, you go and you listen to something like oh man, my mind is going blank. What is wrong with me today? But you start getting into really heavy core metal, and it's telling a story about loss and not being able to escape the the feeling of that loss, and just kind of going through the whole story. And it's I think there's a lot more of that going into music now than what has in the past. And yeah, I want to say that's being contributed to, um, the how much easier it is to start talking about mental health these days too.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, like when you look at like the whole, I don't remember which album it was right now. I was trying to look at it, but like of Avenged Sevenfold, when their drummer
mhm.
died. Again, that
Right,
basically there was many songs on that album that were very much pointing towards that loss and talking about the loss of,
right,
their
Mm.
friend who they've been playing with forever. The
right,
Rev. That was it. The Rev. I couldn't remember his name. I
right,
was drawing a blank. So when the Rev died, it was that, a lot of M Shadow's music was actually based on his friend's loss of his friend.
right.
And so that
And
album was
and
very powerful. Very
and
powerful.
it was definitely a change in the music as well.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
you listen to the first two albums of Avenged Sevenfold, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, they found somebody good, but it's almost like something foreign in the band
Yeah.
now that you have to get used to. Lorna
Yeah.
Shore, that's what I was the band I was thinking of. I mean, that's really
Yep.
hardcore, metal,
Yep.
and the story behind it is really
Oh yeah.
interesting. And
Yeah.
it's you go from that, and then of course, you have country, you have rock, there's so much out there, and it's about what you feel that you might need at the time.
Yeah.
That's gonna help pull you out of that funk, right?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, and I think that's why, especially when you connect with that music, that's what you feel. You feel that
Mm.
connection to it, and you feel like their pain coming in, and you can like empathize with that, and that helps you kind of like just kind of go through your own shit, basically. You know.
Right.
So
But I mean, in some of the music that's been coming out, it's like, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm not the only one that's felt that way. Okay, and then that's what a lot of um, things like community is for. It's like, hey, you know what? So and so has been through X, Y, Z. Oh wow,
yeah,
I've been through that too, and it's
yeah,
kind of the light at the end of the tunnel to let people know, hey, somebody's been there and's been through it. It's not just you, and
yeah,
there is a way out. So
absolutely. And that's always nice to have that little glimmer of hope when you realize that. You know.
sometimes it's important to just sit in those feelings. Sometimes I agree.
Oh,
I
100%.
agree. Sometimes sitting in those feelings helps you go through and sort what's important and ways to go through those things, and how to sometimes just sitting and going through those feelings helps you go through, and it really just helps you give you a path to heal, I think,
Yeah, because it
if that makes
explains how you
sense.
feel without you understanding how you feel.
Right.
Because it starts to kind of like, yes, that's what I'm feeling. That's what's going in my head, and I just couldn't figure out how to put it into words. And that song all of a sudden just hit just right, and you're like,
Mhm.
that's how I feel right there.
Right. Right. I mean, because
You know?
and especially us guys, we tend to bury things quite a bit. And I'm not, and ladies, I know you ladies, you guys bury things too. And
Yeah,
sometimes just sitting and allowing yourself to feel those feelings.
yeah. Feel
And
your feels, as they say.
right, right. It's important to do so, because if you don't, are you really working through the issue, or are you just kind of burying it? Let's see.
I
Pop,
wanted to skip ahead
appreciate
a
you
little
being
bit,
here.
show that Dad was in. So, hey, Pop.
Ah,
Papa Sofa, everybody say hi to Papa
so
Sofa, which his birthday is coming up on this coming Sunday. We
happy
will
early
make sure
birthday to
to
you, sir.
we'll be making sure to announce that on Saturday night as well.
Absolutely, Jay. Yeah,
Yep.
Lincoln Park got me through a lot of stuff as a
Mm-hmm.
as a teenager too. 100%. That's one of the
Mm.
bands that definitely was in my playlist hard.
Lincoln
Right.
Park is one that I think.
on my burned CDs.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things
Right.
that I always had their newest one or their newest album or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I still
Mhm.
have every single one of their albums on my iPhone now. I still will
Right.
throw it on every
Mhm.
once in a while. You know what I mean? Because yes.
Do you still have the cassettes though? Because I know you're old enough to know what cassettes are.
Yeah, I do not. I got rid of
No,
all
no,
my
no,
cassettes
no.
and VHSs. I got all,
Yep.
actually I got rid of them. Oh god, that was 8 years ago,
Lincoln
7 years
Park
ago.
even come in cassettes?
Huh?
Lincoln Park,
Lincoln
I
Park
don't
even
believe
have
so.
come on cassettes?
I don't
Or
believe
on
Um,
so.
CD?
I don't know. I don't know. My first cassette was Black Sabbath, Paranoid. That album.
Yep.
That was my first one on tape. And then I had White Snake
Mhm.
on tape, on cassette,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, and
Had the
Ozzy.
Yep.
I had the Ozman Cometh
Yep.
on cassette. You know, those are like my first like the cassettes that I can remember. I know I had more
Right.
before that. Like I had like R&B and stuff like that, probably like Boys to Men and you know, some
I don't
whatever.
I
I
think everybody
mean,
had that one.
oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Like I ain't ashamed, whatever. I was a kid,
Right.
man, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's what caught me, you know
I
what I mean?
think I think one of the first rock cassettes that I actually had was Master of the Puppets,
Yeah.
um,
It's Scorpions.
Metallica,
Yeah.
Scorpions, a lot of Scorpions.
Motley Crue,
Um,
Dr. Feelgood, baby. Love that
yeah,
album.
you had
Love that album.
Pink Floyd. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
The Wall.
I remember Dad, blasting Pink Floyd on an 8-track,
Yeah.
in the van. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, my parents had the 8-track in the house.
Mhm. I don't know anything about yacht rock, but I know about beach country. It's mostly just Kenny Chesney, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Walmart Beer Care is making a presence. How's
Ooh, what
it
is going
going?
on? Snap crackle pop
Uh,
over here.
You're killing me, Smalls. Is that a song in the 90s? Oh,
Oh,
no. Sandlot.
oh,
Sandlot.
oh,
It's a movie. It's a
oh,
movie. It's a movie.
oh, oh, and it's right here.
And you're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, such a good movie.
And yep, that was back in the 80s, 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it was like
Maybe.
I want to say that one was like 92, 93 ish.
So, yep, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Like roughly, because they're all about my age, basically, is what it boils down to.
Okay.
All the guys from the Sandlot are about my age, maybe a little older.
Right.
Right.
So,
Beach
93.
Boys are my jam. Yeah.
yeah, Beach Boys are great. I
Mhm.
love this, especially like again when you're out at the beach. Like
Right.
it's good to just throw like on some Beach Boys and some like with some reggae and stuff like that, just to like really kind of just level out.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the waves coming in, and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Sounds just straight up like sounds.
Right. I think the first time I was ever introduced to grunge was in the back of a pickup with 2 surfboards heading out to Newport Beach, and we were stuck in traffic, so they just opened up the little window and just turned it up. It was
Yeah.
Nirvana. First time I
Yep.
ever heard them.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. Last summer, I got to see Marilyn Manson live and truly enjoyed the show. That man at his age truly can put on a show.
Yeah. He can still put on a show. I saw him 5 years ago, roughly now, give or take. I saw him, Rob Zombie, and Korn that same year. That was a good
Yeah.
little run.
Aaron, you got to see Korn, didn't you?
I saw Corn and Limp Bizkit.
Okay. That sounds like it was an
When,
awesome concert.
when Fred Durst was trying to make a comeback. It
Okay.
was a little theater in San Francisco, probably held maybe 500 people.
Okay.
And yeah, it was fun. We went to, and we're trying to meet, trying to get autographs from, the band, obviously. But the Jonathan Davis was kind of a prissy little ass and didn't want to take pictures with anybody.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. The whole band was out there, taking pictures of everybody, but Jonathan Davis just jumped in his bus and didn't associate with anybody.
Yeah.
Fred Durst literally signed like everybody's autograph until
Yeah.
until the line was gone.
Right.
It's cool. But,
That is cool.
Yeah, I hear Korn and Fred Durst together, and I just automatically have this memory of Woodstock '99. And I actually saw like a thing on, I think it was Netflix or something about it not too
Yep.
long ago. I'm like, yeah, it was a disaster, man. I remember
Yeah.
even
They
as
did all the
kids,
family and stuff
teens,
like that.
people were all talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
That was a
a
crazy,
disaster.
crazy show from what I was told. I knew a couple people who were there.
mm,
I just wish concerts were cheaper like they were back in the day. When
Yeah.
people just wanted to put music out and have fun, and now people can't sing. Tech makes them sound good, and they just wanted a paycheck. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that I've been. There's one concert that was going on in San Francisco that I was. If I would have had the money this year, I would have gone to it. And I think I'm gonna try to get to it next year. It's Hans Zimmer. He actually does the orchestra for movies like Inception,
Oh, okay.
and Pirates of the Caribbean, things like that. And they
Okay.
kind of have like a concert set going with that.
Nice.
Some of that
Okay.
music is really moving. So
Yeah, no, it's good stuff, I'm sure. Because that stuff is great for the movies.
right, yeah, and they have It's I saw some previews on it. I'm like, I'd really like to do that.
I hate to cut this short, guys, but I gotta go. I'm gonna try to get that TV fixed before it gets any later. So
All right, yeah, we're not going to be on.
And,
All right,
catch
appreciate you, bud.
later.
Have a good night, buddy.
See you
All right.
later, guys.
Have a good night, bud. And yeah, we probably won't be on too much longer, but let's see. U2 is one of the best still rock to them. Yep.
Yeah, not bad. Elvis, Beatles,
Rolling
Stones. Oh no, I talked about Elvis. My mom got me into Elvis when I was a kid. We did talk about that, sir. There's always a new love for the king.
I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful wedding. Bridesmaid to the waiter. Let's see. I chimed in what I have. People ever heard of Close the God? Right.
Yep. Oh no. Now that's stuck.
Yep. Nothing like a full bar of Irish people and someone playing the bagpipes tonight. Right.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah,
But Baker, if you are still out, be safe, man. Getting in, have fun.
Yeah.
Be safe, brother.
Absolutely, be safe, brother.
And make sure you get a Uber, not a Uber or a non-Uber.
Yeah. Although I don't exactly see Baker being captured.
No. I just
they were like, no, sir, we're not. No, we can't take you.
no, you're good.
You're okay, sir. We'll send another ride for you.
Yep. But I'm not gonna let him live that down either. So we're just gonna keep that one going for a while.
Yep.
Love bagpipes. Yep.
Yes. Absolutely love bagpipes. Such a
See.
amazing instrument, and the sound that it comes out of it, and when it's played so right, you just it pulls at your soul. I don't know.
Right. Let's see. Right. And there's music and heritage and everything else. So it always
Mhm.
means something to somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
So like I try not to bash on anybody's parade and what they
Yeah.
do and don't like, and you know. hmm Damn it,
Oh
Jay.
no. Yes, Irish Code is absolutely amazing. Oh, and the shirt, shenanigan shirt.
Right,
Yes, yes, yes.
right,
Very
right.
comfortable. Nice shirt. I am very much enjoying it.
So I laid down to take a nap because I knew what time that was going to release. Set an alarm and I slept right through that alarm. And by the time I woke up, it was gone. So I'm like, oh. But he did say that he's planning on re-releasing it with a
Yeah.
clone and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Zachary, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. All right. Panic at the Disco. Yep.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're
Just waiting on payday. Yep. Suffocation. No breathing. Don't give a. Yep. He's getting me. He's getting me. I mean, he.
Yep.
You see, now he knows right where my genre is, and yep.
Uh-huh. Right, right. Yeah, exactly. That's when people are gonna get you when they figure these things out.
Three Doors
Yep.
Down. Yep. And the lead singer recently passed.
Cancer. Yeah.
Yep. Cancer. Yep.
Yeah, same cancer
Yeah.
as Dawson. I can't remember his darn name right now. Varsity Blues. Ay, cruddy. I can't remember his name, but that's fine. It's fine.
Right. Aaron says my pissed off song is Red by Chevelle.
Yes,
So if
that's a
he
good tune.
hears it, he knows.
Good
Yep.
tune.
It is. It is. It was a catchy tune before you even really knew what they were saying. So
Right. Yeah.
right. It is good. Get the AI hate. I'm genuinely a fan of the AI as a tool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
It's change, it's adapting, it's gonna be there. So as long as it's perfected to where it sounds genuine, I think
right.
it is what it is. Still takes a talent to do, to
Right.
write it and to make it sound correct and make it sound as realistic as some of this stuff is,
Right.
in my opinion.
What about T-Pain?
T-Pain was always, I was personally never a huge fan. I didn't mind him, but not my favorite.
Papa Roach. Yep.
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 Love Papa Roach.
Kind of went through with the whole Stained. Right into that genre. Yeah. And then Chevelle.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's see. I saw
Vanilla
Vanilla
Ice.
Ice at the Boot Scootin' Saloon back in the day. He showed up late.
No shock there.
Nope. T-Pain X T-Swift collab. You want to remember that?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Come on, sing it, Rob.
No.
Sing it.
No.
I know it's there. It's right. It's right there.
Thank God it's not.
I got five on it. You see, and this is what I'm talking about. I mean, we can just go through the names of this music, and it just brings back memories, and it brings
Yeah.
it brings joy. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go through some of these. I'm not trying to skip anybody in here, but we do want to get to the the meat of the subject a little bit, and before we close it out tonight.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of get through here a little bit. I did get a little bit behind, and I do apologize for that, guys. I do watch all of these live streams all the way through. Kay thinks I'm crazy for doing it because she thinks I like to hear my own voice, which I don't. But I do read through all these, and so let's see. So it's. I think music is one of the most important tools we have for healing
Mhm.
when we're going through something. Because it allows you that escape to let out that anger, or to remind, hey, even if you don't want to get into your feels, sometimes it'll get you in there.
Mhm.
Um, and that's all part of the healing process, right?
Right, absolutely. And again, that's it's what it's doing. It's hitting that nerve. It's hitting that part of your brain. It's the multisensory like integration, and it's hitting that system and just trying to really change how your brain's firing. Basically, it's trying to just clear that and reconnect it the way it needs to be connected.
Right. Right. Let's see. Here's a question for everyone: Backstreet Boys or In Sync?
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I will say that if you forced me to listen to either one of them, they were not pop was not my genre. So I would definitely prefer to listen to Backstreet Boys, and I say that with a lot of pain. Uh, but I would prefer the Backstreet Boys if I had to. Although the NSYNC's not bad either, so it's one and a half each dozen another.
Yeah, I just choose to forget that they're anything
Existed.
until somebody reminds me. Case Tyler
Yes.
Childers, Turnpike Troubadours, Coulter Wall, Uncle Lucius, Charlie Crockett. Yep,
Yeah.
fall under, but definitely in my wheelhouse. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's a cross between, I don't know, maybe a cross between outlaw and bluegrass. Not quite bluegrass though. It's kind of Appalachian, some of it maybe. Yep.
Appalachia type. Yeah, like deep country, like deepy, like bluegrassy type country that really has more of that raw twanginess to it is the best way I can explain
Yeah.
it. Like
Right. Right.
it's just got this twang that you just and they like out of the banjo and the steel guitar and just really kind of pulls at the
Right.
strings.
And it really with Tyler Childers, it really just kind of, the reason that one pulled me in because I was listening to one of his songs and I said, that sounds like Kurt Cobain singing country.
You'll have to
Just
send me what song this is so I
some of
can
the
hear it
voice
so I can
tones that he
understand.
has. Some of the twangs that he has in his voice just really
Mhm.
remind me of that hoarseness that Kurt Cobain had when he was
Okay.
singing.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I can hear the similarities in it. So,
Yeah, I could see that.
let's see. Sure, it looks great on you, Rob. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
You guys, you guys come out with some amazing shirts. You really do.
This is actually the first beard company shirt I actually bought. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, this is the first one. I haven't bought any. I haven't had any others yet.
Yep.
I've been wanting to buy. I've been wanting to buy one of Dan's. I just haven't bought it yet.
yeah, we wind up picking them up here and there. We picked up
Yeah.
I think we got a hoodie, a few of the just the True North logo, pocket logo shirts, and then the Nothing That Crazy shirt. Like, yeah, we got to pick that one up. So
Yeah, I'm just trying to cycle through some of my older shirts now. So I'm just like, I'll start replacing them with like beard companies and stuff like that. Just and with better logos, so I don't have to worry about it being like in the center of my shirt with the beard.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
see. Black Sabbath's one of my favorite bands. That has almost every album in vinyl.
Heck yeah. I mean,
Used to live
they're
in
classic,
Nashville.
man.
Right.
Mushroom Head. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that whole Mushroom Head Slipknot battle about 20 years ago where they were just battling back and forth, calling each other posers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. With all the diss tracks. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. What about when you had to make your own
What about-
mixtape? Yep. Yep. There
Mhm.
was fun story. So I remember my old man had this little boombox or whatever. And I had this little I'd had it for like 10 years. I was like 15 and I still had this little tape recorder. And I took that and they were playing Metallica, like every album from front to back without commercials, playing them straight. So
Mhm.
I sat down, had all my cassettes, put them down, and I'm sitting there and I'm hitting that stop, that pause. I'm trying to hit it just right to make sure I don't miss or cut anything out. Oh my God, I was hours. I was just sitting there, like
Yep.
looking and just
And then you
man,
find
when
out years
LimeWire came
later.
out, made it so much easier.
Right.
Just don't
Yep.
click on the wrong song.
LimeWire. Oh wow. Yeah.
Don't click on the
You
wrong
kind of
song
hit
though.
something.
The 20-minute,
Right.
5-minute song that gave you a virus and
Right.
wiped out your whole computer,
Your whole. Yep. Yep. Can't tell you
which
how
took
many
20
times you
hours
wind up
because it
wiping
was
the whole thing.
dial up, and then somebody
Right.
picked up the phone on you.
Oh yeah, and that just screwed everything up. So you had to start all over. Yep.
Oh, there goes the download. It's gone.
Yep. Yep. And
See,
then
music
yeah.
brings back PTSD too.
Right. Right.
Brings back its own
It's like I was saying,
trauma.
then when the CDs started coming out and things like that, radio was. I'm not going to say radio was becoming insignificant, but it wasn't as difficult to get this music.
Right.
I remember, like you said, you're sitting there ready to hit play, and then you find out that the radio station announcers, their job was to talk to get as close to that to where the lyrics started as
Mhm.
possible through the front of it, so you wouldn't have the whole album or
Yep.
you wouldn't have the whole song. You'd have to cut at
Mhm.
least part of it out.
Yep. Exactly. That's
Right.
why when that radio station did that, I was like, "Oh yeah, they were given okay to do this without talking." Yes.
Right. Who remembers the clip? It was a keychain, and you put your little square thing inside it, and it jammed out.
Talk about the little USBs.
I don't know.
You know what? I vaguely remember what he's talking about. Actually,
It's kind of sitting back
I
there,
think
but
they were almost like little those little the digital the dash cams and stuff like that, the little
Mhm.
cards you put in those. It was like that.
little SD cards.
That's
Yep.
little SD card. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I was nah.
Right. Right.
But yeah, little SD cards. I think that's what Jay Summers is talking about. I think that's what he's talking about. Was those. And I vaguely remember those when I was younger.
Love it. If I country artist later. All right, let me say about Aaron. Looks like I'm trying to get caught up. I'm just about there, guys. I'm not that young. I promise. I'm old, just maybe sheltered. Haha. I grew up in a very small town, right? And it's like when I said, my first cassette rock cassette tape was Master of the Puppets, and the only reason I have that is I was able to successfully hide that from my mom for a couple months here and there, and then I had to get another one and hide it, and because you know certain music genres just weren't accepted when we were younger, and it's a lot more. I think Aaron's right. It's a lot more accepted now than what it was.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So,
I had to hide my Cowboys from Hell album from my mom
right.
and dad forever. for like a year. And then all of a sudden I brought it out because of course I had to make sure I opened it without them seeing it because it had the explicit, the parental control
Mhm.
sticker on the front of it.
Right.
After that became a thing.
Right. One concert you could go see right now, what would it be? Oh man.
Oh,
You
oh,
I don't know because I've seen them, but I will say if you have never gone to a Metallica concert,
mm-hmm.
you need to before they're done.
Great show. I saw them at Gillette last 2 years ago. Oh,
It's a phenomenal show, and it
Mhm.
is not just the music. It's the sound equipment that they have going out over your heads, and
Mhm.
I mean, the one we went to, I mean, it just kind of had the speakers that were here, and then they just kind of went over the crowd, and it was the show itself. I mean, they
Mhm.
put a lot of money into that show.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I could say like I'd love to go back to like the original Woodstock and
Mhm.
see that and all those greats like
Right.
Jimi Hendrix play and Janis Joplin and stuff like that, like all those guys.
Mhm.
But you could also say like I'd love to go back to like the Ozfests where Ozzy
Mhm.
was playing with Black Sabbath and you have Pantera and
Mhm.
Tool and all that stuff because I wasn't able to go to those shows because I was still younger. My father wouldn't let me, so I never saw Pantera live under the
Yep.
original band, and that was my
Right,
favorite
and
band
then
at the time.
that and the band's Warped Tours and things like
Yeah,
that.
there's
Yep.
so many shows that I wish I could go to. There's so many Charlie Daniels shows that I wish I could go to at this point because I never did. I never went to go see him, play live, and he was playing in an hour away from my house every summer, but I never saw went.
Right, right.
So
Off topic day, but I finally tried Grizzly Puncher and it's pretty great. Didn't think it was going to be my style. You know, Jay, I didn't either. It's one of the I didn't think it was going to be my style either. But between that and I think if I had three from Beard Octane, it would probably be for me Victory, Fabricator, and Grizzly Puncher. And I find that Fabricator and Grizzly Puncher kind of give me that same kind of vibe. Oh,
see, I actually haven't tried Grizzly Puncher.
oh man, it is
I
good.
have tried Mating Ritual, I have tried Envy, I've tried Victory, I've tried Nitro, I've tried, oh God, Positive Charge.
Hmm.
I love all those and stuff like that. I've just never tried Grizzly Puncher.
Was that one Liquid Gold? Uh,
Yeah, that one's
yeah,
good. That was a good
yeah, I
one.
do
I
have that one
enjoyed that
too.
one a
Yeah,
lot too. Yeah, that was great.
I think that's one of the few ones that they have that is like food forward on that one.
Oh yeah,
And
yes,
it's good.
yeah. It's a very cologne. Oh yeah, I like it a lot actually.
I'm at home and the AOH is in walking distance. I still got to be at work in the AM. Right.
Wow, that's good.
Uh,
So
is anyone is anyone a 3 Days Grace fan? Do you know the lead guitarist owns a beard oil company? Really? That's
I
interesting.
do like 3 Days Grace, and I did not know that actually, Brewer. And
Right.
how the heck did you find this out? That is amazing. You find out whatever. You find out everything, whatever. But wow, interesting.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
I really do like 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
Again, back in that same time frame. Yep.
Yep.
Start a riot. Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
What is
I can prove I didn't know about the lead singer. The lead guitarist owns a beard oil. Yep. Yeah, I know they
Okay.
changed the lead singer, and I believe they said he was going to come back for a couple of shows or something, but Can't remember his name. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna pan out or not. But he has such a unique voice, and
Yeah.
I mean, I like 3 Days Grace even now, but it's not what it was.
No, it's very different with the new lead singer. And sometimes with a lead singer change, that's the thing. It's you're completely changing the sound of the music. So sometimes it's not going to catch all your fans either. Like I know
Air
people who
stock,
don't necessarily like the new Linkin Park
right?
because she's singing now, and I personally like it. It's different though. It is different.
Yeah. Barry Stock owns Mean Beard Company. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and it's in the chat forever. So I will, if I don't remember it, I can always go back.
Right.
Never too late to. It's them too. Yep. Yep. It is. Let's see.
Yes.
Back on the AI topic a little bit. Did y'all hear about Randy Travis putting out a new music a little while ago?
I did not. I am now going to have to look that up.
Uh,
Randy Travis was definitely one of my favorites growing up with my
right.
father.
Hmm.
3 Wooden Crosses.
I played the air guitar, True North Beard Co. Right?
Oh, I play mean drums on my steering wheel. Mean drums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Yep.
Excellent. We're not
Yep.
worthy. Oh man.
And the Bohemian Rhapsody. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah. That's another
Back
one
to the
I would
beginning of
love
the
to go
show.
back to too.
Back to the beginning of the show. Music truly has no explanation uh, at all, and I truly think that the date back time it was created to make you focus and get something out of your mind. Yep.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. It's a neuroscience. It's neuroscientifically proven, and just with all the, I mean, again, since the '80s, since the '70s, they've just tested how music affects the actual brain, and now with modern day neuroscience, excuse me, that's come out, it's now getting even more in depth and being able to actually see with the sensors when they're attached to your brain, seeing how everything fires when certain music plays and what part of your brain has it and what section of your brain actually is getting fired by the music itself, depending on what that music is.
that's
So it's
interesting.
just and then you have there's a YouTuber who actually also does a lot of research on like how like metal singers do like their music and stuff like that to make the sounds that they do. And they're doing all sorts of tests, all sorts of really cool like music based testing out there now, which is just amazing to understand and to
That's
really look
awesome.
at. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be digging into that more too because it's definitely going to have to get some of that research from you because it is intriguing to to that there's actual research on what parts of the brain that it triggers and why.
Mhm.
And Kay says he had a near fatal stroke that left him unable to sing or speak, I believe. But because of AI, he was able to produce new music. A great tool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, that's why when you said that, Kay, I was like, oh, no kidding. I hadn't heard that yet because I know he had that near fatal stroke. That was like, what, 5, 10 years ago now, I think. Can't remember now.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't remember how long ago that was.
Yeah, dude, I'm pulling
Uh,
out of the air right now. I don't remember.
right. Let's
I
see.
did, like I said, I did hear
It was
that though. I
a
just don't
couple of
remember
years ago,
when.
I think, is what Kay was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, time flies when you're having fun. So what could have been 2 years ago feels like 10 years ago now.
First date
Because
with
my
my
wife was
wife
a Randy
was at a
Travis.
Randy Travis concert. Yep.
Nice.
So therefore, the music is going to have a nostalgic feeling for him,
Yep.
and completely understand him. Yep.
Yep. Exactly.
Let's see. Band from Knitting Factory. I don't know what I missed there.
I don't know either.
Let's see. LimeWire. Yep.
Oh, the devil that it was.
Bane is also an underrated hardcore band too. Side project for Virgin. The Napster.
Napster.
Yep.
The Metallica battle.
Right.
The battle with Lars Ulrich.
Uh-huh.
Or Ulrich, however you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, he made sure to fund that whole damn debacle too.
Oh yeah. He funded a lot of money for that.
Let's see. Chris, you have no idea. Oh, I think he's talking to another Chris. For a second, I thought he might have been talking to himself, but that is not the case. He is actually talking to somebody else. Chris from Florida, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, I had
Just
heard he was
rough
from
with some text.
Massachusetts. I forgot about that. I had heard that at one point.
Brockton Bomber, one of my favorite boxers ever lived up there. Jack Dempsey and Jake Minalta. Let's see. All right, guys. I was selling. Is this okay? Let me see. Fabricator does give the Grizzly Punch vibes. Similar to Onyx, somewhat. Liquid Gold is too bold for me. Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. You know what? I think we're gonna have to bring this up again because I think with music, it's so there's so much to talk about, so many great bands to talk about, and there's always conversation to be had with music, and it's great conversation. Dennis, appreciate you being here, brother. Let's see, and
Yeah, and there's errors that we missed too. You know what I mean? There's
Right.
errors that we missed, like the 20s. The Roaring
Right.
20s. And we're talking like big band stuff like the Glenn Miller band, and
Right.
it could go on and on and on. And then he started talking about like the deep South Louisiana, like old school like blues that just really kind of threw that genre and gave like that voodoo witch like mentality, like in the movie
Right.
Sinners. You know what I mean? That it just you just keep going. Everything.
Right. And I think we should definitely maybe do this another time again soon. And get into it again. Yeah, because there's so much information out there, and
Oh yeah.
there's so much that music does to calm, to heal, and even just to get your mind thinking. And it's therapeutic, and I think it works. And I'd love to have this discussion again with you, Rob. Get you on
Absolutely.
again, talking about it some more at some point.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
for tonight, guys, let's go ahead and start wrapping up real quick. Let's shout out those small batch companies that we know and love. What you got in beer tonight, guys? Rob, how about you? What you got in beer tonight?
So I put in this morning what the heck did I put in this morning? Oh crud, I can't remember. Hold on. What did I put in this morning? Oh yeah, I did Copper John's Mount Hood this morning.
Very nice.
So I gotta clean up and get myself ready with the butter and stuff like that. I'm actually doing just my own blend tonight, oil, and I'm just gonna do a Dr. Nick's butter on top.
All right. Yeah, we didn't get into the food segue today.
Nope.
It will come up. We know for a
Always
fact it will come up
does.
at some
Usually
point.
always does. Well, when you get
Then,
into talking about music, food goes to by the wayside for me, and I know I start some of the food talk right out the gate usually anyway.
So for work at 2 a.m. this morning, I had Irish Goodbye in, and which, by the way, Chris, you got a new customer that's going to be heading your way. One of my buddies from work. He's just trying to figure out what exactly he wants. So I think you said that the samples are. I'm not sure if you said you were working on the samples or what, but he did ask about it. So I'm not sure if you guys have any. I think you said today that you still needed to work on samples. So,
Yeah, I
but
think he was still
yeah,
working on them.
right. So I mean, it's thanks, Chris. Food segue. But yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, I wore that this morning, and then my nights and days are all mixed up. So for this evening, I have in Dublin from Bayard, and it's a really nice scent, and of course, 90% of the people in here know about Irish Goodbye, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a great scent. It really is. It's one of those
Yep.
fresh, clean scents.
Yep. It's a great
Let's
scent. It really
see.
is. And then you have
Let
Midnight
me
Mass, which
see.
I'll be wearing tomorrow. Yeah,
Midnight Mass.
thank you, Chris and Tara.
Let's see.
Actually, Tara, that was
TNBC
Tara.
Irish Goodbye Triple Threat for Baker. Um, Breaking Beard by Kilt Beard Co. Okay. TNBC Old Lang Syne and butter with 8-bit face serum. Nice. Artist Band Tea Tree.
Tree. That was a good one. I got a sample of that
Copper
one.
John Sundance.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I haven't worn Sundance in a while. I think I might have to put that on the list for tomorrow, most likely.
Yeah, and TBR,
Appreciate.
my giveaways, I got a couple Copper John's gift cards, so I'm probably gonna do a Sundance or a Nightfall, probably.
Nice.
That's another good one.
And yeah, Chris, you guys deserve it. Yeah, you guys do a lot for the community, and the community, from the customers to the content creators to people that just that we consider friends, and we
Yeah.
appreciate you. We really do.
Prep you when we're not even like prepping you. You know what I mean? Repping you.
Right. Got excellence in from Elite.
I'm waiting on that, Kenny. I can't wait to try that.
Flaming Beard, Highway Heroes with their liquid butter. Very nice. Baker, we got Christmas at Baker's Oil. Smells great. Yep.
And I missed that one.
I do have it. It's
I missed that one.
that one surprised me. It's it was not exactly what I was expecting, and it was really good. Not that I
Mhm.
was expecting it to be bad, but
Right.
yeah. And then the Collective from Small Town Traditions. That is a officially unofficial collab with Miss K in the Busy Bee
Heck yeah.
Collective.
Heck yeah.
Yep. That's and I gotta tell you, don't judge it by what's just in the bottle, because when you get it in beer, you're gonna get that peach. And
What are the notes in it?
he's got a creme brulee.
It's almost like a cracked sugar, almost like sweetness to it.
Peach vanilla, tobacco, creme brulee,
Okay.
and there's something else in there, but I can't remember exactly what it is.
Interesting. That sounds
Yep,
very
sample
intriguing.
packs are sold out.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna talk into. I'm gonna take a couple sample bottles over of some of the stuff I got. I'll pick up some little sample bottles, take over to them.
Yeah, some like half mils.
Yeah.
Or 50
I mean,
mils or
I think
15
he's
mils or
really
whatever.
interested in the Aqua de Beard or the House of Wolves. Is what I think he's looking into. Aaron's gonna be putting in the Irish Code tonight, and he's making. That's what I thought he said. Yeah. Educated Beard Smoke and Moss Oil and TNBC Quest Butter. Nice. Where in Dublin today? Let's see. I just realized my emojis kind of look like I'm saying same B butt. Okay. Miss K, no, normally country is gospel. Okay. Dublin. So I think we're just about through these. If I missed anybody, guys, I do apologize. I am currently on X hour way over my bedtime. But I appreciate you guys coming in, and Rob, appreciate you being in here as well.
My pleasure,
Great
man.
subject, and great chat today, guys. And if you wouldn't mind, if you forgot to, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that that you guys are enjoying what you're watching, and that helps the analytics. And thank you for each and every one of you guys that make a comment on the videos, and show the support. This channel wouldn't be where it is without you guys. Rob, you got anything you'd like to close with tonight?
Yeah, I think my biggest reason for talking about this is just there's so many different styles of actual therapy out there that are available for you to really help yourself when you get into these moments where you need mental health help. Explore them, look into them, make sure you're getting the right style. Like one of the first styles of therapy I did was art therapy because I like drawing and stuff like that. So you just got to find the right one for yourself. And this was the kind of the biggest reason to talk about it is because there is music therapy out there. You just got to find the person who is specializes in that to make sure that they're doing it the right way.
Right. And that's important. We've discussed that before. Is sometimes going to therapy. Sometimes you can't judge therapy on the first therapist that you come across.
Yeah, exactly.
Shop around for the right therapist for you.
Mhm.
If they're not working for you, they're not working. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they're not going to be upset. They would rather you go and find somebody that can help you,
Yeah.
In the best way possible. So
If they do get upset, they're not a very good therapist, realistically, if you think about it, because they have to understand that.
right, absolutely.
You know.
Great show, guys. Happy birthday, Rob, and happy St. Patty's
Thanks
Day,
for
everybody.
coming from me. That means a
Absolutely.
lot, brother. And thank you.
Always reach out for an ear, and I'm here for it. Yep, absolutely, guys.
Absolutely.
With all that being said, guys, remember your mental health is a priority. Your happiness is essential, and your self-care is an absolute necessity, guys. And
Absolutely.
with all that, you guys have a great night. Have a safe and wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Love you guys, and we will see you on Saturday at 9 p.m. for the Bearded Ken. Have a good night, guys. Love you.